Hey, my friends, it is December 24th. Can you believe it? We are almost here. And here's the verse from Luke 2. I bet you guys know this one. She laid him in the manger because there was no lodging available for them. Or more, what we say more often is there was no room for them in the inn, right? This one's called Kneel at the Manger. Well, let me show you the picture because that's a sweet baby Jesus picture, isn't it? Yeah. I think that cradle is a little nicer than what he was actually in. The time is here. It's here. All of heaven, all the angels, all the span of history has been waiting just for this. God turned one last time as a baby inside of Mary, and then the skin of the very God slipped naked into the hands that he had made himself. So there they were, out of the belly, into the hands. This is the birth of God. Who can find words? Mary and Joseph hunched in the stable, awkward that they were holding in their trembling hands the Son King, who is the Father King's rescue plan to free his children from the badness and the darkness. Mary and Joseph could hardly breathe in the scent of God with skin. All right, God made us a human, right? God looking just like you and me when we were babies. But remember how there is always more happening than what we can see. And on that night, on the night Jesus was born, there was more happening than we could see for sure. God's letter to us, the Bible, right, tells us that high up in the heavens, above the manger, behind the velvet curtain of silent stars, an all-out war flashed angry. Armies of evil exploded in a raging battle against God, against the King of the universe. In heaven, when Jesus was born, it wasn't a silent night. It was a cosmic war spinning across space. All of earth held its desperate, wild breath. Jesus came for you, wearing against the darkness to win you back to him. The evil enemy of God, Satan, who tried to hold us all captive after the sinful fall in the Garden of Eden, could not stand against God's love, and he lost. All right, so think of that. Do you think the enemy was really happy when Jesus was born? We talk about the silent night and how beautiful it was, the preciousness of Jesus coming as man, but up in the heavens, the enemy was not happy that Jesus was born because Jesus came to save you and me. And then, at last, all was calm, all was bright. Over Bethlehem, the star hung high and victorious on that silent night, that holy night. His love had to rescue you and release you to love. All the other love stories don't compare to this one because this is the truest, the realest story that ever was. This night, our rescue has come. God has visited our planet and we can breathe free. Jesus didn't enter the world in a palace or in a king's court. Instead, he chose to enter our world right in a pile of mucky, messy, stinky, dirty straw. Right where the animals lived, right? Jesus comes and meets you in the stinky mess of your sin and my sin. So our life isn't perfect, is it? We make big mistakes, and sometimes they're big, stinky mistakes. But Jesus doesn't say, oh no, they're too messy, I'm not going to be with them. Jesus says, I'm going to go right into that mess and be right with them, right with you and right with me. Jesus comes and meets us in our stinky mess. Jesus comes to you, small when you feel invisible and rejected. Jesus is with you now. Whenever you are, wherever you are, no matter what's happening, Jesus always wants to be with you. The Lord saves. Jesus is with us. A love, this unbeatable, unstoppable, unwrappable, is a love that the mind can't fully understand. Can you fully understand that? Yeah, me either. All right, it's mind-blowing. How can Jesus love us so much? Because he's God. Can you find the places inside you where you feel unwanted and unloved? You can be touched right there by Jesus. Do you know the places inside you where you feel small? Right there, you can reach out to Jesus. Come and kneel close. Let the warm breath of heaven fall on you. Jesus waits to be held. Jesus waits for you to draw close. Tonight, at the foot of the cradle of Christ, like at the foot of the cross of Christ, there are no big people, no powerful people, no proud people. Tonight, we are all children. What do you think of that? Even your big, tall parents, even people who are famous, even people who are loud, even people who are soft, we're all just like children. Tonight, we are all children who straggle to the manger with nothing, because anything we have is nothing compared to Jesus. Tonight, we are all just raggedy manger stragglers. You ever been called that? Me either. Raggedy manger stragglers. Fathers who lay down all their works, mamas who lay down all their weariness, children who lay down all their wants. Tonight, we kneel down before Jesus and reach out our hands that need little because we want more of God. Tonight, we're just raggedy manger stragglers who feel the heaviness of our old raggedy clothes from fighting the long battle with evil and badness. All right? Do you know that inside our hearts, when we're doing things that are wrong, when we're sinning, that is a battle in our heart, right? And we get weary, we get tired from fighting that all the time because we know what is right and we know who Jesus is. With our raggedy rags, we've tried to polish this dark world into something good enough to win our way to freedom. With our raggedy rags, we've tried to patch together our own ropes to somehow climb to freedom. With our own raggedy rags, we've tried to disguise ourselves as someone else, as someone better, as someone bigger, thinking we could sneak our way to freedom and back to God. Have you ever tried that? If you say, oh, if I just look a certain way, or if I just do this, then I'll be okay to be with God. Is that how it works? No. We don't have to look a certain way. We don't have to be a certain way. We just have to be with him. Jesus whispers, the freedom you could never earn with your raggedy rags, that's what I came to give you. All right? So he's saying, here you are. We're all children of God. We're all a mess too. But he's like, I'm here. You can't earn it. I'm here to give it to you as a gift because I love you so much. I came to win you back to me, to give you myself, to make you free. I did it for love because I could never, no matter what, ever stop loving you. Isn't that wonderful to hear? No matter what, Jesus loves us. And all of happy heaven and thankful earth echo tonight with Jesus, the God-child who came for us. He did it for love. What can all of us manger stragglers do to wrap Jesus close in our raggedy hearts so he can rest in our love? The greatest gift has been laid into our waiting hands and our waiting hearts. Can you almost hear it? The sound of stars singing this perfect, freeing love over us, over the manger stragglers tonight. That's us. Think about that. We're just like straggling messes. And even in our mess, Jesus says, I could never stop loving you. I love you so much. That's who Jesus is. He came to love us. I hope you will think about that. I hope you'll remember that. And I hope you will go and kneel down before Jesus tonight. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.